You finally land the promotion you've been chasing for years. You are bringing in an extra $1,000 a month. But somehow, half a year later, you look at your bank account and realize you have less money saved than you did before. On paper, it looks like a mathematical impossibility. In reality, it is a highly predictable cycle that secretly keeps high-earning professionals living paycheck to paycheck. We all know the first archetype. The person making a six-figure salary who leases an expensive car, rents a premium apartment, and has zero cash in reserve. On the other end of the spectrum is the person making $40,000 a year who treats their budget with extreme intentionality, quietly accumulating a massive net worth. The dividing line between these two financial realities is not the size of the paycheck. It is an invisible wealth killer known as the raise trap. The trap activates within a roughly 15-second window after your new, larger paycheck clears. That is exactly how long it takes your brain to recognize the hard work you put into that promotion and demand an immediate reward. It starts with status purchases. Suddenly, your perfectly reliable 3-year-old vehicle feels inadequate. You head to a dealership chasing that new car smell, sign on for a massive loan, and commit an average of $700 a month to a rapidly depreciating asset. Then comes the daily lifestyle creep. You stop packing a lunch. You begin eating at sit-down restaurants multiple times a week. Before you realize it, thousands of dollars are vanishing every single month into food bills. The clothing budget follows the exact same upward curve. You find yourself happily paying a $200 markup for a plain white t-shirt, simply because it carries a designer logo that signals success to other people. Once the trap snaps shut, cognitive dissonance takes over. You review your budget and recategorize these luxury upgrades as strict necessities. That crushing new car payment becomes essential transportation, and those expensive daily coffees become necessary fuel for productivity. You spend your new income entirely on projecting a successful image to strangers. You can either look wealthy or you can actually be wealthy, but choosing the former almost guarantees you will destroy your ability to achieve the latter. You might assume you're insulated from this because you already utilize automated savings transfers. But even the most responsible planners often have a critical mechanical failure hidden in their system. When they get a raise, they continue saving the exact same static dollar amount they were saving before, instead of increasing their savings rate to match their new income. This chart shows how uncaptured wealth forms. As your career progresses, your income grows, but if your savings transfer stays flat, every extra dollar bleeds into lifestyle creep. Projected over a lifetime, a lower earner saving 10% exponentially crushes the spending high earner. Operating on financial autopilot with an outdated flight plan means you will be working well into your 80s just to fund the lifestyle upgrades you thought were rewards. Defeating the raise trap requires a radical behavioral shift. The absolute smartest thing you can do when you secure a higher salary is to pretend it never happened. Looking at this system flow diagram, here is the exact mechanism to implement. The moment your raise takes effect, you log into your accounts and add a new pipe. You take the exact dollar amount of your income increase, completely bypass your static expenses, and automate a transfer. You route that new money directly into a simple, low-cost index fund that tracks the overall stock market, allowing it to pool and expand independently of your paycheck. You let compound interest do all the heavy lifting without ever needing to outsmart professional stock pickers. The system remains perfectly steady, even when temporary spending triggers attempt to disrupt your budget. By fully automating the process, you remove the flawed human element entirely. Your wealth building is protected on the highly emotional days when your urge to spend is at its peak. The required steps are incredibly practical. Track your spending for 1 month, identify what you can cut, and establish those automatic transfers today. You have to make a choice between the fleeting appearance of financial security and actual, lasting wealth. Your future self will thank you for doing the boring, automated work first.